All right, so Waves has a brand new SSL plugin out. So if you guys want to know what it is, what it sounds like, if it's any good, if you should get it, stick around after this introduction. Welcome everybody, I'm Dan Spencer and I am the Audio Sorcerer. So this is the channel where I teach you how to perfect your audio recording, mixing, and mastering skills. So before we get to the video, make sure you guys smash the like button. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when I have new videos coming out. So without further ado, today we're talking about the SSL EV2 Channel by Waves. So I am super excited for this plugin because, as you guys know if you watch the channel, I am an SSL guy. And Waves hasn't really released a whole lot of SSL stuff since the beginning, short of CLA Mix Hub. So this plugin here is completely built from the ground up. It is a brand new SSL plugin, and it is authorized by Solid State Logic, and it has some really great features in it. One of them being it has two different EQs. Now these are not full EQs, but this is the low shelf or the bottom EQ of the plugin. It can either be a black EQ or a brown EQ, and that is visually. So the black EQ is for a more smoother sound, a cleaner sound, and the brown EQ is for a more dirty, saturated sound. So that is actually pretty cool. So that's something new to it here. And if we scroll down a little bit here, you'll see they mention all that right here. And you'll see here that they also have a newly modeled line in mic preamp input section in this plugin. That's going to give you some harmonic distortion options. And then they have an analog switch button here, which will allow you to engage the THD. Okay, so if you want that nice analog console saturation, then this is the button that you want to use. And this plugin comes with over 600 presets. And one thing I gotta say about Waves is they have some of the best presets. Sometimes you can just select a preset in here and you're done. Other times you might just select it and you gotta make maybe one or two modifications and you're there. So that's one thing I really love about Waves plugins, okay? So in this tutorial / review, what I wanna do, because I think the best way to go about, checking out channel strips is to actually mix a song with them. So what I did was I mixed a song of mine called Getaway. Doesn't have any vocals in it yet, but it's got, a full instrumentation. I used this plugin here in my normal workflow. So it is officially my channel strip plugin in my workflow for this mix. And what we'll do is we'll essentially listen to it bypass first without it. And then the next time through, we'll bring it in. And I gain staged it good enough so you can actually hopefully get a good comparison. So obviously when we listen, you're going to hear a mix that is, EQ'd and compressed. So it's going to sound a lot better with this on there. But what I really want you to listen to is to see if we have a sound that is more full of character, maybe hear some harmonics. We want to see if this plugin is creating an overall more colorful sound. Okay. So before we get into that, I do want to mention I have a video popping up the top right corner to my review on the Harrison 32C channel plugin. And the reason I bring that one up is because I got a lot of crap for that one there. And I think that's actually a great plugin. And I just wanted to kind of say that because it's been probably a month or longer since I did that tutorial. And a lot of YouTubers out there don't really care for it for several reasons. But, if you guys have time, check out that video and see what I was able to do with it, because I did the same thing I did in this video and that one. I mixed a song with it, and really that's what we're trying to see with the plugin. What kind of sound can we get with it? Okay, so check out that video after this one. And lastly, before we get fully into this video, if you guys end up liking this plugin, I have a link in the description below where you can go purchase it. All right, so with that being said, let's look at the SSL EV2 channel. All right, so here we are in Pro Tools, and I got the SSL EV2 channel strip plugin open here. And as you can see, it's got a really nice GUI, really nice graphics. So we're just gonna go over the plugin first here before I let you hear it in action. So starting on the top left here, this is our new input section here where we have the line and the mic pre here. You have your analog button here, which we talked about earlier, that enables the THD. And then we have a pad, a negative 20 dB pad here. And then we can flip our phase with this button here. And then we have our dynamics here, which we can bypass or do channel out. So you have on all the SSL consoles, you have a compressor section, and then you have a gate expander section. And then down here, these are your high and low pass filters, and you can do a split here. And then up here, this is one of the new features. This is the EQ type. So if you look down here, it is currently black. If I hit the brown button, you'll see these turn brown. And again, it just affects the very bottom EQ of these, okay? I'm gonna put it back on the black, okay? And then this is very common. You've probably seen this SSL EQ a million times. This is really no different looking than what is in the CLA Mix Hub or the other SSL EQ plugins that have been made, okay? And then on the output section here is your fader, your metering section, and the width section down here allows you to determine how wide or mono you want to mix. So you can go standard, which is left and right. You can bring it anywhere in between down to mono, and then you can bring it all the way to reverse anywhere in between. That would be reversing the left and right speakers, okay? Extra wide is a stereo widener here if you want to make your sound larger than life, which obviously that could be dangerous sometimes, so be careful with this. And then the filter here, this is a low frequency shelf at approximately 200 hertz, okay? This helps maintain the integrity of the center during extreme width processing. So you may want to enable this if you're gonna use extra wide, so that will kind of help with the low end, making sure that your bass isn't getting stretched like string cheese. So that's how I like to describe it, all right? So that is the main stuff here in the controls of the plugin. So up at the top here, under full reset here, this is where all of your presets are. And look at all the different people that had made presets for this here. There are so many in here. And as you guys know, on the newer versions of Waves, there's a preset browser. So I can go here and I can search for whatever I want. So say I want to do guitar. So this does a search for all the different guitar presets in here. So you can really narrow it down because it's hard to go through 600 presets even when they're banked, okay? So that's a really great feature here. Let me close this. And then over here on the little hamburger icon, I just want to mention this here. You can resize your GUI here. This is also another newer feature of the new Waves. And then, as you guys know, I love when plugins come with user manuals inside them. So right here, you have access to the user manual. Read it if you're unfamiliar with this plugin, okay? So that is everything I really want to show you in here. So with that being said, you guys came to this video to hear this thing in action. So we're going to start with this mix bypassed. And what I mean is I'm going to bypass all of my SSL EV2 plugins in here. And then the second time around, I will bring them back in. And then you get to hear what this plugin can do. So with that being said, let's give it a listen. All right, so there you have it. That is the Waves EV2 Channel Strip plugin in action there. And as you can see, when we added it back in, it just gave the mix so much more character, so much more color, so much more warmth, saturation, harmonics. At least that's what I'm hearing. So I would love to know what you guys are hearing, so let me know in the comment section below, okay? So I gotta say that I think that this channel strip plugin is gonna be my new go-to. So we haven't really talked about what I've been using lately, but as you guys know, I typically use the CLA Mix Hub. However, I did switch to the SSL channel strip from SSL, but I think I like this one better. And that's saying a lot considering this is, made by Waves and that one is made from SSL. So yeah, I think this one definitely gets the Audio Sorcerer stamp of approval, all right? So as mentioned earlier, if you guys end up liking this plugin, definitely check out my link below where you guys can go purchase it. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe because I'm making this content for you, and hit that notification bell to know when I have new videos coming out. And if you guys are interested in learning how to thicken up your vocal tracks, check out my video on the Waves doubler. With that being said, I will see you guys later, and peace out.